it's me, Debora Cohen, and I want to talk about how to do Ujjayi breathing. So, Ujjayi breathing is a type of breathing that is a way to control the breath as it comes into your body, and it's called pranayama, which prana means energy, and pranayama is the idea of controlling the energy. And so, there's a lot of really amazing breathing techniques that are thousands of years old that can help people do amazing things, such as stopping the beat of the heart, or just so many amazing things, including raising Kundalini. And so I'm going to talk about just Ujjayi breathing, which is breathing into the throat. It's a very throat-centered breath. So instead of breathing up into the sinuses like we normally do throughout the day, which is our normal way of breathing, we flip the breath down into the throat, which actually constricts the air and slows down our ability to breathe, but it actually helps us to bring in more oxygen even though we're breathing slower. And so it's kind of like sipping through a straw. We kind of create this restriction, and it stimulates our throat, which stimulates our carotid artery, and it helps to calm down our nervous system. In fact, even in the hospital, they'll have you inhale through the nose and exhale through the mouth, and to help slow down the heart rate. So let's see, what I usually do with my classes is I have people actually start out inhaling through the nose and exhaling through the mouth, because it helps you to actually connect with your throat, that sort of way to breathe. And then you close your lips together and you kind of create this open, like, smile inside your mouth. So it's like, whether you're smiling or not, it's like you're feeling a smile inside your mouth. And then ideally, you don't have to, but ideally the tip of your tongue rests behind the front teeth, which is called the hard palate, versus letting the fat part of the thick part of your tongue rest on the palate part that's soft, that goes up. You actually want to drop your tongue and put the tip of the tongue at behind the teeth. And this is a nadi point that you're actually stimulating with the tip of your tongue. Well, so then when the breath comes in, you're immediately drawing the breath down into the heart and diaphragm. Now, a lot of instructors will say you go from the bottom up. I kind of feel like the breath just filters in right into the heart and diaphragm and lungs, and it's kind of like blowing your lungs up like a balloon. And you want to think of both the lungs in the front of the body and in the back of the body as well, blowing up slowly. And this actually takes a long time to really get the hang of it. I've had some students almost practice yoga for a year before they get the hang of Ujjayi breathing. So the stomach does expand, but it's not that you're bulging the stomach out. You're actually expanding and lengthening, and the rib cage comes out, and there's a fullness in the torso as you inhale. And then when you exhale, the belly comes in, and then the ribs kind of soften in. It's not that they drop down. And so what we don't want to see is the movement with the shoulders. So a lot of people, when they get stressed, their shoulders will start to come up. Now I have broad shoulders, so they always kind of look that way. But ideally, you're trying to drop the shoulders down and back as you breathe. Let's go ahead and just give it a try, okay? So go ahead and take a deep inhale through your nose to the count of 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and then exhale, sigh through the mouth. Good, let's do that 3 more times. Okay, excellent. Now that you've created that nice throaty sound, you've gotten the feeling of it, you're going to close your lips together and make that same sound on both the inhale and the exhale. And we'll try to go 5 seconds inhale, 5 seconds exhale. Now, here is something I'd like to share before we get started. I've heard some yoga instructors say, I can't hear you breathe. I want to hear that Ujjayi breath louder, louder. And I know that their intentions are good, but actually the Ujjayi breath is a quiet, almost silent sound. And if you actually try to force a loud sound, you're straining. And it's just so bad to strain your breathing at all, especially Ujjayi breath. It's supposed to be the most slow, controlled, but relaxed type of breathing. And so you actually, when you become really good at yoga and yoga postures, you're able to do the Ujjayi breathing while you're doing a yoga posture. And that's when yoga really comes together even more fully for you, when you can do this type of breathing with a posture. But it takes a while because you don't want to force the breathing. And so be very careful. If you can't breathe as slow as I do, don't worry about it. I'm not even going to count, but let's just give it a try. Now I'm going to go 10 rounds, and when you do rounds of breathing, you count on the fingers is how you keep track of rounds. And one round is one inhale and one inhale and exhale. Okay, and so we'll go ahead and start. Exhale. Now just sit and breathe normally and relax. Just normal, regular breathing through the nose, through the sinuses, but watch your breath. So feel your breath. And as you sit still, notice if you feel any subtle energies in your body. And notice if you can feel the beat of your heart. Namaste.